Hey there, thanks for joining me for a special episode of YQG In Bloom. My name is Tracy Martins, and today I have two girls with me. Their names are Avery and Maya, and they run a little business on Instagram called Crochet Critters 519. And I also have Dianne from the Hook Pusher, who was in my very first episode. She is their teacher. So thank you guys for being here today.
You're welcome.
I was so impressed with what these girls do for their age. How old are you, Maya?
I'm 10 years old.
And Avery?
I'm 13.
You're 13. And you guys just learned, when did you start teaching them, Dianne?
I would say it's been about maybe a year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm hoping that you guys are catching this either on Spotify or YouTube so that you can see the lovely little creatures, the little puppy dogs, and the plants that they make. They're wonderful. And I know Maya here, she does food.
Yeah.
Now, I've never crocheted food. What kind of food do you crochet?
So far I've done ice cream and boba drinks, ramen, stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Are they in cups, or do you crochet the cups as well? Or?
I crochet the cups as well.
Oh, that's so cool. I have to see some pictures of those. And you, Avery?
I crochet animals and plants. And I crochet people's pets like this. Yeah.
Yeah, from photographs, right?
Yeah.
And these girls do not use a pattern, which I can't even do. And I've been crocheting for 30 years. Kudos to you guys for being able to do that. I think that's really amazing. And you have a ton of pups here,
Yeah. Yeah.
including this little guy who's awesome. Now, do you guys take orders online, or how do you guys sell them?
I take orders online, but before that I had a school business. But after a while, there's only so much people you can sell to.
So your classmates and that made?
Yeah.
And what about you?
I sell them on the Instagram account.
Okay.
And people just ask from there, or they send pictures of their pets.
How many have you done from the pets, from the pictures?
Maybe maybe 10, I'm guessing.
That's really good. And I know you also sell the plants, the hanging plants.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there is one that is in Old Navy in their office right now.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I did see that picture online. You guys are really good. That is wonderful. So why did you guys decide to learn to crochet?
My grandma crochets and knits and sews and stuff like that. So she wanted to teach us, and it just seemed like an interesting thing to do.
And you? Same thing?
Yeah,
or?
same thing. Yeah.
And how did you guys end up with Dianne if your grandma's going to teach you?
I think it was a Christmas gift from my mom for 3 crochet classes to make a stuffy.
And then it just kind of went from there?
Yes. So their grandma taught them the basics, and they were really thriving with it and doing well, and they wanted to get into making stuffed animals. So Stephanie set me up with them, and we did some classes. And I also think the reason why they don't have to use patterns quite yet is because we did learn how to do our own patterns. So they started out with a notebook, and they were writing down how they were making their first stuffed animals, and now they're able to do it on their own. But it's definitely time to learn patterns too, right? So we're going to do that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can help you read a pattern, but maybe I need some classes myself because I don't know how to make a pattern at all. I have to read it, and you guys are way ahead of me on that, which is really good. So I guess I'm going to be getting a class from Dianne soon.
Well, get a little notebook.
I will. Now, you do a lot of classes?
I do, yeah. I teach Wednesday and Friday evenings at 7 p.m. I usually have 2 1-hour slots, so I do 7 p.m. and 8:15 p.m. And I start at actually age 5.
Wow.
And yep, they learn to crochet using their finger first on a really big yarn and then graduate to the hook. But it's super fun, and I'm booking into June right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I love that crochet, that any yarn crafts are coming back.
Yes. Yep. It's great.
It's relaxing.
Yes. And it's been back for a while.
Yeah.
I think people have really taken to it, and there's so many talented people online. You know, there's a million ideas and lots of great patterns, and innovative projects, and everyone's so creative. It's neat to see like the crochet community using the internet.
I try to stay off of Pinterest and Ravelry because then I end up down a rabbit hole of looking at all these pictures and patterns and then I end up at Dianne's buying yarn that probably don't need, but it's always fun.
Yes, definitely. It's fun.
I find it extremely relaxing, and I highly, highly suggest if you have maybe anxiety or you get fidgety, I find crochet is probably the most relaxing. Even making the granny squares, which is something that you guys need to learn because I'm sure you have a lot of extra yarn.
Oh, yeah.
And the best way to get rid of the yarn is a granny square and making your own blankets.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. They're fun to make and super easy because it's the same thing over and over again if you do the basic one. And then from there, there's like a million different spin-offs of a granny square pattern.
Yeah, I have a bunch of spares of yarn.
Yeah? Okay, it sounds like you're ready
You got to save it. Yeah, that's the double crochet.
Yeah.
So we're going to move to that one, which will be fun.
Yes.
Now, I also know that you guys have a rat terrier who I met when I went over to your house, and such a sweetheart. I've actually never met a rat terrier before. And what's your baby's name? Luna. Such a sweetie. And you got the Luna from the Rat Terrier Rescue?
Yeah.
So is that somewhere you guys help out and volunteer with?
Yeah.
And what have you done so far with them?
We've done car washes, and like all the money goes to Rat Terrier Rescue.
Also like bandanas and like toys and stuff like that.
Oh, yes. You do more than just crochet. You do other crafts as well?
We kind of know how to like sew using a sewing machine and by hand, but not as well as like crocheting.
But hey, bandanas, that's excellent.
Yeah.
And puppies always need to look pretty.
My dog has 2 of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, she has zebra print and tiger, I think. Something like that. Anyway, they're super cute. They're very well made.
You guys should put them on your website as well and, expand Crochet Critters, and that way the proceeds can go to that. But I know you are thinking of doing another fundraiser maybe coming up for the Rat Terrier Rescue.
Yeah, we're thinking of making dogs, and all of the money or like a little bit of the money will go to Rat Terrier Rescue.
I think that's great. And it's Rat Terrier Rescue is in Windsor, Essex County?
It's in Texas.
It's in Texas?
Yeah.
Wow. And how do you know how they get the dogs over here?
They ship them over. They sometimes go to like bring them over. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So your dog came from Texas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. And how old is?
She's 5 now.
Oh, she's such a sweetie.
Little Luna, yeah, she's perfect.
She really is.
Yeah.
She sat between my legs. I'm just kept petting her the whole time. Mm-hmm. She made it very hard to talk to you guys because I was distracted because I love dogs. Even the little crocheted ones, they're so cute. Okay, so their dog Luna and you guys help raise funds for the Rat Terrier Rescue. And Maya had said that it originates in Texas, but is there also one in Canada or Windsor as well?
Yeah, there is one in Canada, but they take the dogs from Texas and then they bring them over.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
How come there's so many rat terriers in Texas?
Yeah.
No?
I don't know about that.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not all of them are like purebred rat terrier. A lot of them are like mutts.
Okay.
Like mixes.
Yep.
Yeah, some of them are not even rat terriers.
Okay, but they
yeah.
just want to rescue dogs.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We are lucky enough in the Windsor Essex County area that there are always dogs being brought in, that our shelters are helping out dogs from across the states. Everybody's always looking for an animal, and I would highly suggest to go to our Humane Society or the Rat Terrier Rescue or any other rescue and help the dogs out that way.
How did you girls become connected to that rescue?
We know someone that fosters dogs from Rat Terrier Rescue, and she fostered Luna, so that's how we got her. So we also help with it because we have someone that's connected to it too.
Okay. Oh, that's great. I would never be able to foster a dog.
Just keep them all.
I would keep
Yes.
them all. Yeah, I would definitely be a fail. So have you guys ever thought of fostering dogs, or are you like me
I would
that
like
you
to,
yeah?
Yeah.
I think that would be a fabulous idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys will be starting up your rat terrier animals soon?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Once we like get some stock in, like start making more and more dogs.
When we get our yarn in.
Yeah, they're waiting for the shipment.
We're
Maya's
always
waiting for that green and some brown. You're waiting.
Oh, yes.
Gotta
You
make
have
Baby Yodas.
orders.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda?
Yes.
Is it a full Baby Yoda? Like, how
It's,
big's it going to be?
About like probably like the size of one of the dogs.
Oh, nice. And it's going to have a little jammy.
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
Because
I
I
can't
do
wait
think
to
I have
see.
some spare brown, but
You know, that stuff sounds very complicated. I'm impressed.
I
Very
am too.
impressed with you girls.
I am too. I can't even make a blanket with single crochet without a pattern. You guys have come a long way in a year, and I think it's wonderful. And it's great that you're helping out and teaching people. Do you have a lot of kids? Is it a lot of kids, or is it more adults that are learning?
I would say it's about half and half now.
Oh, yeah?
And it's funny because at first I didn't want to teach kids. I didn't think that I'd be able to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I actually underestimated how smart kids are and how quickly they pick up on it and enjoy it. And it's really been rewarding for me too. And I'm very glad that I started teaching kids.
They're probably less frustrated than what the adults.
Maybe.
Some of them.
I find it really hard to like try to teach somebody how to crochet.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't teach anybody. I myself would get way too frustrated.
There are very specific steps that you have to go through
Yes.
and pretend that they know absolutely nothing about it, even if they know a little bit here and there, and they kind of fill in the blanks if they've learned something from YouTube. And then you just have to teach each thing very specifically and go over it so that they remember, because when you go back to the beginning to start a new project, if you don't remember the very first step, then you're like, well, I need another class, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys learn how to finger crochet with Dianne?
No, we've never learned.
You need to. I learned. Dianne taught me, not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. And I kind of went a little crazy and made blankets for everyone. And they are the yummiest, warmest. I love my blankets.
Yeah, they're very squishy.
They really are.
I think it'd be like kind of similar to like crocheting with a hook.
I find it a little harder, a little bit.
Really?
A little bit.
It's different. It's a little different, but your finger goes in the same spot that the hook would go in.
Yes.
So you know how to do it very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
But on the arms, doing that,
yeah.
it's a workout.
Yep.
It's a workout, but it's a lot of fun. And I'm surprised at how fast it actually came together.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I need more yarn. I need to make another one.
Yeah, they're fun.
They are fun, even just to keep for yourself.
Yeah.
And you make a ton of them.
I have made a lot of blankets. Yes.
And you make
like
them for the strollers as well?
I make stroller size with a different yarn than the one that I teach on.
Okay.
It's a little more complicated because it changes texture. So it's like 4 different kinds of yarn in one ball. It's really cool. It's called Bernat Casa.
I have not used that yet.
Well, you should.
I should.
Yes, you should try it out.
I might have to. Eventually.
But the Bernat blanket extra, sorry, not big. The big one is even thicker than the extra. That's the one I use for the blankets and to teach kids on. And I actually tested a pattern for Bethany of Beck's Design Co.
Oh, yeah.
I tested a mushroom pattern for her.
I saw
It's
that.
huge. It's like this. It's huge.
I couldn't tell from the picture how big it was.
It's in my window. It's in the display window at the shop. It's really cute. So you could make this with the same amount of stitches, but like this big.
Yeah.
It would be a big squish.
But the yarn is more expensive, so there is a downfall to that.
It doesn't take as much, I don't think. I'm trying to think, those blankets that we made,
Yeah.
I think they call them the throws or the lap blankets.
Yep.
I think it was like 5 balls, which Honestly, it's not that bad because if you were to make, say, a granny square one,
Yes.
how many balls you use for that?
Well, yeah, that takes a lot longer too, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you guys are going to be making your rat terriers, and you're going to be getting into some more different crocheting pretty soon.
Yeah.
You got to start putting up your food
Yeah.
on.
I don't have a lot because for Easter I've been getting like a lot of like bunny orders.
Oh yes, I
And
did
I've
see
been
those
caught
bunnies.
up on like a lot of those.
Those were really cute. How many did you end up making?
I don't even remember a lot.
I saw the pink ones for those 2 little girls. Those were
Yeah.
They were really cute. That was a great pattern. I highly, highly recommend learning to crochet, learning a craft, because it helps even if you're just sitting there watching TV. It keeps you going, and it keeps your mind going, keeps your hands going, and it keeps your wallets empty.
That's not fair.
I'm only kidding.
Well, if you sell what you're making, then you should be making more money.
This is true.
Some for your pocket and then some to buy more yarn for the next order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've been making a ton, but I actually find that I'm going into my own bucket of stuff that I have not sold yet, and I'm using it myself.
that's good.
Yeah, I have a crossbody, and I have a ton of the dishcloths and that.
Yes.
And they're a lot of fun. They would be something easy for you guys to make, especially learning. Well, you could even do it with just your single crochet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the washcloths, and everybody buys them.
Oh, yeah, they're-
Everybody buys them, and they're so fast to go together, and it's just a square.
So this is something that's more of a novelty item. It's more sentimental because it's custom for somebody who has an animal that looks like this.
Yeah.
And this one is more of like a home decor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you have your functional items that people are going to need, right? So that's a whole other type of business to get into too.
Yeah. We also have Avery made some like coasters
Yep.
and put them up online.
Awesome. That's great. I had a question that I've been saving for you girls. I was wondering how you came up with your logo.
It was actually a friend's idea, the name, and then the logo. We had
came to
something
mind.
really similar when we were starting like the school business.
And I was wondering, Avery, if you drew it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I thought so. I think it's very well done.
So
I'm
you,
very proud of you for doing that. I
Thank
think it's
you.
beautiful.
so you draw as well?
Yeah.
What do you draw?
Mainly animals.
Animals?
I saw talent in Avery's drawing with her notebook, because when she drew her stuffed animal idea, I was like, oh, wow, she could just draw stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to
Very
have
well
to get
done.
her into the painting.
Yeah.
But
I
you know,
find I'm much better at drawing than
Yes?
crocheting.
Than
Not crocheting, than painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
okay, well then you can draw, you can paint,
Yeah.
and you can draw and paint because you are extremely talented.
Thank you.
Before we go, are there any other critters that you make? Because we have dogs, and we have food, and we have plants. Have you done any other ones?
I did bring some.
If somebody asks for something, as long as we can like do it, then we'll make it.
Cute.
Oh my goodness, what is that? I can barely. I'm just looking for
It's a frog.
Oh, okay, there. Now I can see it. Oh my gosh, I love the color.
Too.
Oh, the turtle.
Oh, that's great. We'll put it
Okay.
on.
That is really cute.
An axolotl. I don't know if you know what that is.
Okay, what is that?
It's like I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like a lizard, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
is it like a salamander? Because it's underwater, right?
Yeah.
I always thought I was a good crocheter. I'm going to have to start rethinking this because you guys are amazing. And the colors that you put together, you guys are so creative. I don't know what else to say other than I kind of want to buy everything here.
Speechless.
I
at your
am.
talent.
No, it's true. For your ages, you guys are so talented, and I can't wait to see the rat terriers when you get the yarn in, and I will gladly buy one. And we got to support the rat terrier rescue and support these girls at Crochet Critters 519 on Instagram. And if you guys have any pictures of animals, pets, loved ones that you want them to make, you send it to them and they'll be able to do it. I can pretty much guarantee you from looking at everything here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you want to learn how to crochet, you can get a hold of Dianne, the hook pusher, on your website, on Instagram, Facebook. She is everywhere.
Trying hard.
Yeah. And she has a great supply of yarn who we all love coming in and buying and sometimes sneaking and not telling the husband about it.
Well, we don't need to talk about that.
No, we don't. So I want to thank you guys. Thank you, Maya and Avery, for being here today, and Dianne as well.
Thank you. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Oh, I really appreciate it. And again, my name is Tracy Martins. Thank you for joining us for another episode of YQG In Bloom. And make sure you follow these girls on Instagram at Crochet Critters 519. Have a good day.